How you doing today, folks? So, as I said in the previous video, my list for the knife miss got lost. I've got the 5 knives for under 200 sent out, as well as the 7 of the budget knives. If you would like to be nominated for one of those, or you want to nominate somebody else, by all means, please let me know. Chances are I'll have already read your message, and I just happen to have lost it, so... As soon as you message me back, it should pull up with your whole story and everything else intact, and we can get right on track. Very sorry for that, but it is what it is. So, as you can see, I am EDCing the Alpha Beast. A lot of people ask me, why would you EDC the Alpha Beast? It's a tank. I don't know. I love it, and I'm weird. But this is my channel, so we're going to open up this thing with the Paragon Knives Warlock. Oh, we got... Holy crap. 1 second, folks. This man knows how to wrap a knife. That has tape on tape on paper on tape. Man, I respect you for this one, man. Anyways, here we go. So, this is a heavily customized Blade Runner Systems Replicant. So, let's try it again. Redemption. Partial redemption. So it has this gorgeous scorpion tail. As you can tell, this has been dropped, this has been used, this has been loved. To me, balisongs aren't like regular knives, man. Like, it's almost worth more, I think, at least in my humble opinion, when it has those scars and pieces of use. This has these gorgeous red resin and marbled carbon fiber. Well, the red's marbled in. This is not marbled carbon fiber. It has this crazy rainbowy anodization on it, which needs to be cleaned pretty bad. And it just creates this very interesting look. It's absolutely gorgeous. So, BRS is legendary for their sharpness, right? And this is a latch-free design. So prior to getting this, I was doing a little bit of investigation. And to flip it safely, you just have to hold this piece right there and look for these kind of pivot things. If you can see the actual torques on them, it means it's the wrong way. Oh man. Listen to the acoustics. That is beautiful. Wow. All right. Sorry, I'm not talking too much. I am genuinely blown away by this. Very, very happy with it. Beyond juiced by that. That is amazing. So, a couple size comparisons. The most relevant one, this is the Alpha Beast versus the BRS Replicant. Now, the Alpha Beast is a little bit heavier. It's also a little bit thinner. Now, the Replicant has some very fat scales. They feel really good in your hand. They're great to hold. They make it a little harder to EDC. That very small amount makes it to where this thing does not fit into it. I mean, I could probably force it, but I don't really want to do that. So EDCing this will be a little bit harder. This is a kind of a spear point type of thing. This is the alt blade for the BRS Alpha Beast. And this is the standard blade, which is the scorpion tip. Just this crazy little scorpion tail that whips out. Now, these are both stone washed. Both very nice. But again, from point to point, they're almost the same size, but width, they are definitely different. Man, also one thing I'm realizing about ballad songs is they all have this unique sound to them that I cannot seem to get enough of. So we also have the, that was bad, try it again. It really sucked I do this on camera. Okay. We have the Benchmade 51 Morpho. So 51 is definitely much smaller. 51 is considered a regular person's EDC size. Obviously, I am not that. I love EDC and big knives. It comes with a spring latch. This one standard comes with the latch, just a regular latch. I actually have that in the package, but you know, with this modification on it, good luck making that work. But at least it comes. But I do love this modification. So one thing I do want to point out is just the difference in quality, right? Now this has been well used. You can see how free it is. But from the factory, this actually comes pretty tight. Look at that. I am really beginning to love ballad songs. So, a couple size comparisons for anybody out there that is not a flipper. We have the Paragon Knives Warlock. Definitely bigger than the Warlock, though it is kind of comparable in size. Sorry for having the camera out so far. I really wanted to be able to show off how smooth these are when they flip, which I knew they would have to be smooth. I've heard so many stories about the Replicant that I knew it had to be something crazy. So I have another package coming, or another package to unbox, and the camera is stacked on top of that box and another box, and we're doing it real ghetto today. So we also have the Benchmade full-size Griptilian. Definitely much bigger than the Griptilian. My PM2 is actually on loan to a buddy of mine right now. He wanted to put a review of it up on the whole brass scales and everything else. Also, I'm pretty sure he wants to take pictures of that gorgeous ass thing and claim it's his. Yeah, I'm on to you, bud. So let's talk about the blade first. Now, me personally, I actually really prefer the Alpha Beast in terms of blade, right? I do like how wide this is, but I'm not really a huge fan of this kind of Tonto swedge looking thing. It's just not really my style. That being said, that's really, sorry about the glare, folks. This is really just a matter of personal preference, right? So you might love Tontos and this weird scorpion tip thing. I actually intend on trying to find an alt blade for the Replicant and then assembling this whole thing and putting it together. Also, one thing I noticed, and I'm pretty sure, yeah, that is really dull. Actually, that is, oh my God. Hold on a second, folks. Okay, that is worse than dull. So I do want to make mention that this is not from BRS. This is somebody who modded it and had it for a while, bought it for somebody else. This has definitely had its rounds. So who decided to completely dull the blade is beyond me, but this wouldn't happen over just regular use. You know, it wouldn't be this. Like, look, I'm not cut. There's not even a line besides the line that I had from a long time. Okay, so this is basically, yeah, see? Nothing. This is basically a trainer blade. I'm gonna have to sharpen this up, maybe send it to BRS, maybe just go ahead and buy an alt blade for it and call it a day. I'm not too sure yet, but as it sits, this is definitely a trainer blade. But as far as trainer blades go, this thing is nice. That thing is very nice. That's those scales. Man. You know, I definitely wish it was a live blade. The fact that it's not really kind of upsets me. But, you know, it's pretty good deal on a Replicant. I love the anode job and the red carbon fiber and all that stuff. So it could definitely be a whole lot worse. I actually don't mind all that much. Definitely not happy, but I'm going to start trying aerials and some other shit now because basically I have a trainer blade. Very high quality trainer blade with a really solid balance point, and yeah, that is great. I'm actually trying to tip it over right now and it just naturally corrects itself. Oh, never mind. Oh, it corrected itself for a little bit. Anyways, so first impressions, I'm not going to talk about the grind and or the blade at all, mainly because this is Dolo's dishwater and I can't really test it out on anything. But as far as the aesthetics, again, not for me personally, but that's really a personal preference. I know a lot of people love the scorpion tip blade a lot, so. But as far as flipability, can't talk. I understand the hype. Also, just listen to that noise. I love that click. That loud, audible click. And it definitely flips. Yeah, it definitely flips. That's awesome. All right, so as far as a first impression score, now to be clear, this is a review light. So that's not focusing at all. So basically a review will come after I've EDC'd this for a while, probably replace the blade. Really gotten better at flipping because I don't know. As you can see, I've gotten better, but I am not good. I am very far from good. So the review will come in eventually, but right now this is kind of a review light. First impressions. First impressions are this knife basically flips for you. It is very, very slightly bottom heavy, which facilitates some really great freedom of movement. At the same time, it's also, I don't know how to explain this right. So it is both blade biased and it's biased to the other side. But then based upon the movements you're doing, it'll also stay perfectly centered. So basically, if you lean it just a little bit to the left or to the right, it'll completely change its edge, completely change its momentum and carry on to something else, which is crazy. Prior to this, had the 51, also had the Alpha Beast, which I am still very much in love with the aesthetics of that thing. Was debating on modding it. I am not going to mod it. I'm just going to love it as is. Hopefully I don't drop this beautiful thing. So, started out with this one, $200 Balisong. Actually really good. I still occasionally whip this thing out. I do aerials with this, because aerials with this Balisong, they do themselves. Honestly, aerials with the Alpha Beast are probably even easier. This blade is really goddamn sharp, and I'm a little scared, just to be completely honest. And I'm going to start doing aerials with this immediately and see what happens. Because that tip is still quite pointy, but the blade is very dull. But again, as far as overall scores, I'm going to give this a 95. Now, I'm going to give this a 95 only because of how thick the actual scales are. That is it actually feels really good in the hand. But I've heard so many complaints about that. People just don't like it. And I do understand why. It does make it a little bit more awkward. You have to kind of adjust to it. Most other Balisongs don't have that type of bias, so it's something that you really kind of have to get used to. But like, it's so smooth. It's so nice. I love, love, love the audio. Now, it's crazy to me, right? I'm a pretty big knife guy, but I'm primarily, like a folding knife type of guy. Couple fixed blades every now and again. But the acoustics on a Balisong are absolutely incredible. They're so very unique. Everything is very distinctive. This one sounds different to this one, sounds different to the freaking 51. Like, everything has its own unique ting to it, unique feel to it. Every single one, every single ballad song I've held so far has really been entirely unique to itself, which is crazy, right? Because they're both these, different handles. They both have a blade inside of it. It's the same relative design throughout, but somehow the little intricacies make it feel so incredibly different. And it's crazy to me. Also, the sound, I love the sound on the Alpha Beast. I love the sound as well. It's just different. So again, a 95. This is also a modded version, so to be completely honest with you guys, I was told this is up to specs, but I am not positive. This is also carbon fiber, so if you're looking for a G10 Alpha Beast or the new Alpha Beast, Jesus, if you're looking for a G10 replicant or the titanium one coming out pretty soon, this might not be the most accurate first impressions, but it's definitely there. This is also some custom carbon fiber. I've heard a lot of horror stories in regards to BRS's carbon fiber literally like deforming and breaking apart. I don't see this one having any issues. The finishing on it is actually really nice. This has clearly been dropped and beat up a little bit, and there's only very slight marring, and it almost kind of adds to it. This is just finished very, very well. So again, 95. And I'm going to cut it here. I've been trying to keep these videos a little bit shorter, but we're still at 17 minutes. So as always, I love you all very, very much. Thank you so much for your time. Your likes, your subscribes, your comments, your videos, videos. I did receive a couple of videos from you guys who received your knives and sent me a video. Shout out to you, Poker, and a few of you other people. Your messages, pretty much every single thing, actually no, fuck it, every single thing about you guys makes me happy, man. I look forward to doing these videos and hearing you guys' responses, and I've made so many friends. I say this every single time, but it's never going to stop being true. I love you guys. As always, take care, and please do me just this one favor and be nice to one another. If we all make a conscious effort to be kinder tomorrow than we are today, I do assure you we will all find our happiness in life and our center. And from there, we will go on to be hippies, live in a commune, and, I don't know, fucking eat mushrooms all day. I have no idea. Well, we'll all find a way to be happy, man. That's just the bottom line. We have to choose happiness. It can't be chosen for us. So rather than letting the world affect us negatively, rather than letting our jobs, our spouses, our individual issues affect us, we need to love each other, love ourselves, and love the world, and we will just get along great. As always, take care. Sorry for the little hippie ramble. Take care.